for the serious gamer.
What's up, NextGenTactics? This is TheOutcome5, and this is challenge number 8, my submission for it. So this challenge, and you'll see here I'm just going through my lack of kill streaks, making sure that the class is set up correctly, and going through my friends list of who's online. It really was only brought up to my attention recently. Someone said, why don't you turn off notifications so that it'll look nicer on the screen? And that's because I like to be notified, I mean straight up. So I didn't even consider going through the offline people because, you know, it says when they pop up. And plus, I basically send out a mass message every time I'm doing something specific that says, if you join my game, I'm deleting you from my friends list while I'm doing these challenges. But if someone logs on or off, you'll see it. So I don't think that should be a problem. Anyways, this is actually the same lobby that I joined beforehand. Obviously, you saw me join it, so I didn't just stay through. I wasn't sure if that was allowed. But I did join back into the same lobby, and this guy who's in first here, he actually, or he just left, I guess. Okay, no wonder he wasn't. I was wondering where he went. But the guy who was in first there, he actually won the last game tactical knifing only. And I've actually run into a lot of people who have been tac knifing only in free-for-alls and winning the game, and it's slightly frustrating, and it shows how broken this game's become in its dying days. People would argue that the game's been broken the whole time, but really in this last month there's been a lot of things that are going wrong on a level that they weren't before. Tactical knifers are really high up there. It might just be because I'm using this stupid L86 class, and I know it's called the LSW L86. I just shortened it down to the L86. I don't really know why. I know that the sniper in Black Ops is the L96, so that's probably why, but anyways, so yeah, you'll see Sawyer just logged off there, so the notifications are on, and you'll see people logging on and off, so it shouldn't be a problem. Anyways, so I went into this challenge pretty confident, and I've been playing Borderlands for the last like week and a half, pretty religiously. I haven't played anything but Borderlands basically, and Assassin's Creed. But when you take a week off from this, I want to say any online shooter, and replace it with another shooter, it'll really mess you up. Like it'll really throw you off, especially with a game that's so different from Call of Duty, like Borderlands, which is similar in how it handles to Halo almost. I mean, you have the insanely fast sprint and the really high jumping and the high amount of health. So I think it's similar to Halo in that aspect. And I mean, it really is just kind of weird to think that like I really need to be like on my A game, dodging bullets. You know, I can't jump, I can't really sprint that fast. And it's just really kind of I was surprised at how bad I do when I actually try to do well. But I have a considerable amount of experience, and this guy with the tar, he kills me a few times in this game while I'm like already shooting at him, and he just turns around, pops me 2 times with the scar or the tar, and it's done deal. And it's kind of frustrating to watch it because I mean, it's like I should have got the kill. You know, I was aimed at him before he even knew I was there. I was shooting at him before he even knew I was there, and he popped around and just killed me because this class is so horrible. And that was another thing that I was really I'm really hurting with this class. Like I heard this, and Guns for Hire was saying that he didn't expect anybody to be able to win a match, and I was like, you know, I'm pretty sure I can win a free for all with basically any gun and any perk setups. But I was very surprised to see how hard this actually was. The L86 is a good gun if you have stopping power, the grip, or the red dot on it. And without those 3 things, or I guess, you know, the attachments are interchangeable, but without any of those things, it's a very weak gun with a pretty high amount of recoil that I'm not used to using. And I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but I haven't used this gun beforehand. I mean, you can see it has digital on it. And let me just throw out here right now that I've noticed that since I put digital camo on it, because I don't use any camo below digital. I don't use woodland or urban or woodland, Arctic, desert. I don't use any of those, so I just use it no camo. But I've noticed that since I put the digital camo on, that it seems like I've been able to get a lot more long range kills. And I mean, I'm one of those guys that ever since like COD 4, I've been under the impression that camo does slightly alter your gun's performance and does have some effect. Whether that's true or not, I really don't care, because for me it yields results. So, you can tell me all you want that it doesn't really do anything, but I'm telling you that to me it feels like it does, and I get results out of it that kind of verify that. So it's good enough for me. Anyways, so I'm not used to using the class, and it really was throwing me off here, and I probably should have killed this guy, and you can really see how weak the gun is right there. You see me zoom in and out. I don't know what it is, but like my finger just, I tend to zoom in and out a lot, and it's not intentional, but it does lose me quite a few kills. But I think that's just from like quick scoping and doing other stuff way too much. So I've basically just been using the this class for while I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 the past few days, and it took me probably well over 30 games to get a decent game for submitting, and that would be this one, of course. But I did get a 10 kill streak earlier on a scrapyard free-for-all, which I was very proud of. Unfortunately, I only got like 22 kills in the actual game, so I didn't feel like it was worth using, but I thought the 10 kill streak, and I got the challenge, the loner, 10 kill streaks with no kill streak equipped. I thought that was pretty impressive of myself, especially since I wasn't like sitting in the back. I was in where the B flag would be on scrapyard, and that's a pretty high traffic area, so I was proud of myself. Now right here, I figured there were going to be more guys coming for me. I knew they would start busting out the noob tubes pretty soon, and there's my verification of that. And so I just figured, you know what, I'm going to camp out right here. I'm going to get a couple kills, and then I'm going to get out of here. And, I generally try not to camp too much, but with this class, I was really, like, crying almost playing this whole thing. And one thing that I did want to mention is that, like I said, I got a 10 kill streak earlier, and the reason that kill streak ended was because I actually ran out of ammo in the LSW. And you'll hear me call it the LSW and the L86. I'm sorry I do that. Just know that I'm talking about this gun. But the reason that kill streak ended was because I ran out of ammo, and I think it's kind of unfair of the challenge to not account for that, because I did get, I got 10 kills in one life. That's a reasonable amount of kills to go through 2 clips, and so it was kind of like, okay, I'm walking over weapons, but I can't pick them up. I move slow, and I have Scrambler, so knifing's basically out of the question. So, and I can't even like kill guys with this, because I can kill people with stun grenades. Like straight up, I'm pretty good with them. I can usually hit someone with one and then finish them off with the other one or knife them. But with this smoke, you can't really kill someone with a smoke. So I felt kind of ripped off by the challenge that I couldn't, it was kind of like, okay, if you do really well with this class, you're kind of screwed. But anyways, so you'll see me here, and my voiceover box is actually right over the score, so I can't tell you how many points I have. But looks like I'm in the lead. Yeah, I can see the ING for winning. And I was pretty impressed by this game, and I'm just kind of hoping that I can rack up a couple kills here on the B flag, because it is a very high traffic area. But at the same time, I know that most people will be able to outgun me from this range, because I don't know what it is about this little haul, but I cannot shoot down the thing with the L86 for all I'm worth. But I'm going to try to go back up here, try to get this revenge kill. I see that the guy with the TAR's up here, and I practically just decide to turn around and run away, because I know that I can't kill this guy with the TAR. I mean, it's just like not going to happen unless he's not facing my direction and he refuses to turn around, which I'm pretty sure someone else killed him. But I think the hardest part of this challenge for me was not having a Semtex. Like, to be honest, you see me, I never even pull out the Stinger. I considered shooting down the Pavlo, but then it already got shot down by the time I pulled my Stinger out, so. But I always forget it's on there because I don't have cold-blooded, and I always run Stingers and cold-blooded together. So if I don't have cold-blooded, I don't even remember that I don't have Stingers. And I believe here I'm getting very close to the end of the game. I guess not, because I'm looking at the timer on this video and it still has a while left to go. But I will tell you right now that I do win the game. Not a big surprise there, and I'm just gonna shoot because I have a bigger clip than this guy and I know it. I only need a couple more kills, so if I can just get bullets on him and scare him away, then I will be happy with myself. And there he is. You see me shoot burst a bit. That's really how this gun can be shot effectively at medium to long range. And if you're not going to go about it that way, then you're probably not going to get a whole lot of kills. If you have the grip or the red dot sight, you can kind of get away with shooting it full auto at those kind of ranges, but not with... And also, hip shooting this thing is horrible. Like, this thing does not hip shoot well at all. And basically, I've boiled it down to I'm never going to get a hip shooting kill, so I just always zoom. And you'll see me zoom on almost every kill I get, most likely. And this guy right here should have been the last kill, get noob tube from behind. And now I'm sweating because this guy with the noob tubes, I believe, is in second place. And he racks up a few kills right here. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy's going to kill me. So I just spray, and get this guy with lovely accuracy. I might have cut off this video just a little bit early, but that's okay. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video as we watch this, my 100% accuracy there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and this has been the Outcome 5. Check out my channel. Peace out.